Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Words of Wisdom podcast. I am also known as Eli, and I am joined by Jackson.
Oh, that's me, I think.
Also, yep, that is you. Also known as It's Josiah. We are
I know that guy.
also, yeah, that one's also real. We are also joined by the Spider-Man himself, Drew.
Spider-Man.
Special guest Drewski, special guest guy.
Yay!
Special guest Spider.
Only a part of that is true. Special
Yeah.
guest being,
Joined by
only a part
Andrew Garfield right here, so that's
Mhm.
cool.
of it. Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield.
No.
I met this guy at my college, and I told him, "Hey, we're gonna be friends," and he said no, and I said yes, and we are now. So I'd say it worked out pretty well.
And then I messed with the broken plasma ball that you gave me,
You
and then
messed
we
with the
became
broken
even better
plasma
friends.
We became even better friends through our love for mutual chaos. So
Through the
Good
love of
Andrew
the
here.
radiation.
there was some
We did-
out of
We did look at like first few weeks of college. We were sitting here and we were looking for where the nearest like lighthouse light would be, and if we could steal it.
We
Um,
bonded over some bizarre things over our first couple weeks living together, but yeah. So
was fun.
everyone welcome Drew. He's new. He might show up a few more times, but if he doesn't want to be a permanent part of the channel, we won't make him be. Anyways, tonight, speaking of Drew, he's the one who decided to bring us a topic for tonight. So Drewski, what have you found that you want to talk about?
So, topic is strong word. I was gonna talk like on one little thing that I saw when I was reading news articles in my car before I went into weightlifting earlier today. But I mean, yeah, it works. So I was reading, and I saw something that was wild. It's one of the new NASA missions. Hold on.
Right,
It's about space. I should preface. It is space.
Space.
Space related.
E,
One
have you
of the
ever been to
new-
space?
I have not been to space yet.
Would you like to
Yeah.
be?
I'm going to space right now.
He's going to space. He's planning. He's buying tickets.
You got a rocket?
He's on his way.
Who
No, he's
needs a
gonna-
rocket when you have catapult?
Who needs a rocket when you
So-
have...
You're about to learn to fly through yourself into the atmosphere, aren't you?
He's been training
be
his
funny.
body. He's been facing terminal velocity every day of his life for this moment.
My body is ready.
That is so fair.
He's
I
just
will
he's
say,
just now learning to brave the cold, but once he gets past that, he's a spaceman.
Yeah, it's just the oxygen that's holding him back.
He already doesn't breathe. It's okay.
I don't
Oh,
breathe oxygen. That was step
Oh,
one.
my mistake.
That was step
My
one.
mistake. But yeah, I was okay. Honestly, I went to the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum over winter break, and I will say, looking
that
at all
place
the
is so
rocket
cool.
engines, it was so cool. Looking at all the rocket engines, I really like how much trouble you think I would get in for accidentally not accidentally, for like kind of building a janky rocket engine.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
development.
if I accidentally stole
Stole a
the
rocket,
rocket.
ship. If you stole
Well,
a rocket ship,
Well, that was also, I wasn't gonna say that aloud because like digital footprint, but yeah, I was also thinking, man, I could totally steal this rocket engine right here.
we don't care.
That's fair. That's
I
fair.
Say whatever
don't
you want.
have-
We have a man named Charlie. He's someone we gotta watch out for.
That is so fair.
Charlie, if you're watching
Digital
this, love you, bud.
Digital footprint is not a problem when you're me because my digital footprint is already riddled with stupidity, so there's not much worse I can do.
That is fair.
My digital footprint goes like 35 yards into the ground, and they're baffled how long my feet are. They don't
Is it
even.
just
They don't even
But is
bother.
it a digital footprint that's
don't know.
long?
Probably.
Or is it a digital footprint that just hit the ground so hard that it started moving the dirt around it?
I like the second option a lot more.
That's fair. It's from the you only got that speed because of the rocket engine you stole from the
It's the
Smithsonian.
rocket engine I
That
stole.
you-
I propelled myself at 2,000 miles an hour directly into the floor.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Okay, completely got off track there. I forgot.
Welcome to the podcast.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, man, there was that thing I saw at the Smithsonian that relates to this, and I said that would be really funny to tell, and just completely got sidetracked. But I don't know what the name of the new NASA mission was, but the mission is they're preparing to go, obviously, back into space. You know, it's NASA and everything. And
Wild concept, I know.
I know it's not like they've done that before. But they're supposedly planning on starting or attempting to start a Mars colony, which is really crazy. And I was texting my friends about this when I was reading the article earlier, because according to math calculations that I cannot perform, only NASA did, and a bunch of other smart people, turns out that they're spending, I think they were trying to spend a year on Mars. So they will be actively testing Einstein's theory of relativity, because they will be on a separate planet, which gravitational force affects them differently. Meaning, in theory, they will be, it's like 0.2 milliseconds faster than us in the entire time they're there.
Ooh, interesting. Also,
Meaning
that's something
They
to
will
think
time
about.
travel.
A year on Mars isn't a year on Earth. So are they going to go off of Mars time or Earth time?
Earth time. No, not Mars time. Mars time would be, hold on.
It's
In
only
Mars time, I'm pretty
isn't
sure
like
is
only 180 more days or something?
only 180 more.
I mean, I get that's like half a year, but in the grand scheme of the universe, 180 days isn't that long.
That's kind of true. However, they also need to survive. And I don't know, one, how they're getting oxygen, and two, getting water.
That's always been
I guess
a fun thing to discuss, though, is the possibility of colonization and like what you would really need.
A lot of space laws. That's what you need.
That's true.
that reminds me of the movie The Martian with Matt Damon, when he declares himself a pirate because he's in technically international waters. So he was a space pirate.
That's awesome.
He's a funny man. But
He-
yeah,
he
so they're
sounds
gonna
like
have the effects of time dilation on them. And then I think NASA was also trying to do a moon base something.
I'm shocked we don't have one already, to be
Moonwalk.
honest.
Well, this is the first time in a long time that we're actually going back to the moon. Like, we haven't
That's
been
true.
there in many, many, many years. So,
We just have
Or
the
in
rover.
some people's somehow
yeah.
conception of how things work, never been to Mars.
Or the moon in general, yeah.
Some
Or
people don't
moon,
even-
whatever. That's what I
No,
meant.
in fact,
Some people
same
don't
thing,
even
same
think the moon exists.
Uh-huh.
That's all of that one.
That is a true thing.
I'm dumb, but I'm
Last
not.
time.
I'm dumb, but I'm not delusional. I can't discuss further on those.
I
people's opinion.
am.
You think the moon's real? You think tides exist? No, that's just the wave machines that they have in the ocean.
I think the moon is flat. I think it's just a 2D object in the sky.
I think the Earth is wiggly.
Well, Earth is obviously velociraptor shaped.
No, you're close. It's Dino Nuggy shaped.
Dino Nuggy velociraptor. I was close.
Speaking of velociraptors, crazy thing. Crazy segue. Have y'all ever heard of the movie The Velocipaster?
Yes, I have.
Yes. Me
That
and my
is the
friends.
stupidest movie I've
It's
ever
so dumb.
seen.
It's
Oh,
so dumb.
enlighten me, boys, please.
So me and my friends were sitting on a couch one day. We were hanging out, right? And we were sitting there and we were just scrolling through like Amazon Prime Video. And we were looking for Jurassic Park, because my friend really wanted to watch Jurassic Park. They were a huge dinosaur nerd. And
right.
we scrolled down a little more, and it is there. We see. I was the one who pointed it out. I remember this. I was like, "What is that?" And we go up. It is the most crazy movie. Let me pull up the synopsis of, like, the description of it.
Describe it to me in
Um,
4 words.
Priest turns into Velociraptor.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
that
So
that
that
Good job. Well done.
it's uh,
That is correct.
I mean that's what it was.
that's
The
about what I
description of the
expected.
movie, the budget. Okay, firstly, the budget was $36,000,
Wow.
which which
Mhm.
is crazy. Um, so the description of the movie says, after losing his parents, a priest travels to China, where he inherits a mysterious ability to that allows him to turn into a dinosaur. Although he is horrified by the new power, it it's technically he hooks up with a stripper that then he converts her and is like, look, it's the Bible. And
Yep.
then and, so he
That's
does that one.
literally how that happens.
Exactly. He finds her and kills the guy who's stalking her or something. So she convinces him to use the power to fight crime, and the end of the movie ends with Catholic ninjas.
Mm-hmm.
Most calm priest movie.
It's better than some of the other priest movies, I'm thinking.
Wow. I've never
Yeah,
heard of that movie. That is a
it
wild
is.
story.
I
I'm
hadn't
gonna.
heard of it until like one of my friends from crew was just like, "Hey, there's this thing called Velocipaster, and I'm gonna make you guys watch it because it is stupid, and you need to
When?
watch it." And last year, I think.
Oh my goodness. It was so stupid. Ugh,
That sounds amazing though. That sounds like a
I know.
it's 2 in the morning and I'm at a friend's house and we're just looking for something to throw on while our brains rot into the night kind of movie to watch.
That's basically what it is. It's a brain rot movie. I actually, JD, I'm gonna send you the clip.
Okay.
Um, I found there's a clip where one of the other pastors is having a Vietnam flashback. You're not like hypersensitive to blood or anything, right?
No, but I probably shouldn't pull it up on recording.
Oh no. Don't pull it up on the I mean it's not real blood and it's really it's fake.
Well,
E, do you know?
my problem is getting the strike, but
Oh, that's true. This cannot be copy. I don't think this movie can copyright.
I don't want to take a
But
chance.
that's fair. That's fair. But I'm sure. E, do you know the clip I'm talking about where the other guy is?
I'm trying,
He's having the
uh,
military flashback, and he's like in Vietnam looking at the photo of his wife.
I'm trying to think.
Hold on, I'll DM the clip to you.
Okay.
It was. This was the top of. Oh, I don't share it. Oh, I have to add you as a friend, I think.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Accept.
Let's try this one more time.
How
There
does
it is.
how does one go from a military soldier to priest?
I
I
mean, that's
mean,
not that weird.
I mean,
with
I
the
guess
horrors
not,
of
but
war.
the horrors of war.
I mean, what would you do? I'd turn to God.
I mean, well, yeah, that's true. But I mean, in the sense, like, I can't imagine someone going from, like, being trained to kill to being trained to do anything but kill. And then in
That's kind of fair.
Velocipaster to go back to killing.
Oh no! Hold on.
Bro had a
So
character.
that's not.
Bro had a character development and then went back.
Wait. No, sorry. He wasn't the one in the Vietnam War. It was his like preacher buddy who was in the
Yeah,
war, who then is
it was
helping
this like
him.
preacher
Oh.
mentor guy, I
Yeah.
think, right?
Yeah, it was his mentor sort of deal.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
okay.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I
who
I,
was
I think we might have stopped like midway through the movie because I don't think I remember that part.
the movie is more disconnected than
No,
I
it's
oh my, it was
like
so
there's so
crazy.
many things in that movie. I'm like, why are we here?
It doesn't even I didn't even realize it the first time I was watching through it. I didn't realize that he had gone to China till they started speaking in a foreign language. Because there was no indication. It just looked like middle of the woods, Florida.
Mhm. It
I thought he
definitely
was
was middle of the woods, Florida. There's no way
it
they
should
went
have
to
been.
China for that.
$36
It can't.
thousand budget. They probably couldn't afford plane tickets for enough people.
There's only like 6 actors in the movie, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, but they got to get the crew there.
Uh, all 4 of them?
Well, I mean, like
Uh,
camera crew and
that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, no, I remember watching. This is a crazy movie.
I'll have to
There's
check
a
that
second? Wait.
Yeah,
out. There's a
I think there's a
Wait,
third
wait,
one.
wait.
Too.
Is
I
there
think there's a.
actually?
I'm pretty sure there's a third one as well.
I know I have D&D after this, but I know what I am doing later.
You also have D&D, right?
I do have D&D.
That's crazy. I joked that you and Drew were going to the same D&D session, but
Mm.
I know that's not the case.
I will mention now, since I guess while we're on the topic of D&D, I will be making like a homebrew Shadow Wizard Money Gang D&D campaign.
Yes, sir, you
Okay.
are. We talked about this before. Drewski,
Yeah.
you in?
I gotta see. I have a lot on my plate. I was thinking
true, that's
up
true.
until like a few days ago, I was thinking about dropping by psych class because the lady seemed mean. So I
As one
don't. I gotta
does.
see how. I gotta see how things are going first, and then I'll decide from there.
That's fair. Be responsible, and then stop being responsible when you're done.
That's fair.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's a
Oh, it
lifestyle.
sounds wild. It sounds so wild.
Speaking of trilogies, I might be wrong about this, but aren't they going to release a trilogy of Indiana Jones games?
Yes.
Or is it just the one?
I think it's just the one, but they're planning on.
They're
maybe
planning a
second.
trilogy.
Mhm.
It's made by Bethesda as well, which I think is wild.
Oh,
How is that going to work?
it won't.
Probably not.
Probably not.
This
It's
is
Bethesda.
Bethesda. Yeah, this is Bethesda.
This is,
we're talking
I say work in quotations. I mean, like, is it going to be free roam? I don't know how a free roam Indiana Jones game would really work, but
You have to walk all the way to like India or something from middle of nowhere, New York.
you gotta
Gotta
go
take a
downtown
boat.
and hijack a mafia plane or something.
That would be that would be really funny. You gotta
That
fly
would
a
be-
plane all the way over.
That would be crazy.
That'd be really funny though.
It would be. So I don't know how that's gonna work, but I am slightly intrigued. I gotta say, I haven't played a lot of Bethesda games though. I know.
I don't have any.
Is it you who hated on one of the Fallout games, or was it Brockus?
No, it was. Hold on.
There was
Trying to think.
one game in particular that you didn't like, and Chandler got really mad at you for it.
I think it was Skyrim.
Was it Skyrim? Okay, I thought it was a Fallout
Yeah.
game. No, it was oh, I'm blanking on the name now. The one with the funny guy that goes to like fake heaven and drinks all the potions and gets all strong. What's the name of that game?
Oh,
What?
I'm blanking on it.
Oh,
Bioshock.
Bioshock. Thank you. Yeah, you told Chandler you didn't like
You
Bioshock,
just-
and he got really mad at you for it.
Oh yeah. I don't know
Describe
why.
the plot.
It's that's
The way that
that's
was
it.
described
That's-
hurt.
That was the correct description. I don't know how else you know.
Well, the way he described it hurt, but it was in essence correct.
Well,
It
You
was
said-
it was technically right, but so wrong.
I had only
It was
played
so
like
wrong.
I'd only played like 2 hours of Bioshock. I haven't played through all of it, and I barely
that's-
remember any of it because it was at like
You-
midnight.
You said the guy who goes to fake heaven, and I'm like, what in the world are you talking about?
I mean,
He
it's
drinks
kind
the
of fake
potions.
heaven.
But then you said the potions, and I was like, is he talking about Bioshock?
The guy at the lighthouse, and he dies, and he doesn't die, and he goes to funny roller coaster heaven.
Funny roller coaster heaven.
Sounds like Bioshock Infinite.
I might have been Infinite. I can't remember. I remember like 2 scenes. I remember the lighthouse, And then I remember like you entering a room with like a pool in it, and then like a bunch of creepy looking guys drown you.
Oh, that is Infinite, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
It's on
I didn't play
on sale.
Infinite though.
I didn't. That was the only one I played. So, and not even the whole way through.
I wanted to get it. I figured it'd be time for me to get another game, but I saw it, and I think it was during the Steam sale that that they had it really, really cheap.
Here's the thing
'Cause
for me, right? I have an issue with gaming, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I love gaming, but my problem is all of the games I like have endings, and they're not super
Yeah.
long games either.
Mm,
Like
you want
the
like an
go on.
you want like a free roam sort of game does not end sort of game.
Well, that's the problem is those games get really boring, and they get really boring really fast. And that's kind of like why I'm so on the edge of Minecraft, because Minecraft, it
Mm.
does have an end, and the mods make the game fun. But I mean, like progression is so like linear in Minecraft, and there's not much variety. It just feels like get the sword, get the bed, get the eye, get the dragon.
Yeah, that's kind of fair. That's why I like doing like servers for stuff like that because then you can
Because then it's a different game, basically.
well, it's basically a different game, and then you don't actually have to follow the same progression. You can be like, I want to build a pretty house that my friends can look at and be like, "Whoa, did you make this?"
That's true. Building in Minecraft is
But
so much fun.
Yeah.
it is. I wish I had. I wish when I went back, I was supposed to fix the Minecraft server that I had up there, but I forgot when I went back for Christmas. So
Oh no.
there's just actually I think I have a USB copy of the world still, but I had like a huge. I had made villages. I'd torn chunks out of the world all the way down to bedrock.
Yeah. I remember that
Mob
library you
farms.
showed me. That thing was awesome.
Oh, I forgot about the library. Yeah, that was in the village.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, that was a fun like 3.5 day project.
I know. That's the
Oh
only
yeah.
fun I find in Minecraft now that I was building. I mean, like I'll play survival, but only to build.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It doesn't help that the combat in Minecraft is just awful. Like, I don't get why people enjoy PvP, because it's either you see how fast you can click your mouse, or you show an unnecessary amount of patience between swings.
Yeah, I wish they'd do something better. I wish they would add like a special ability that you could be like, I want to swing and have this sword like throw or something. I don't know.
I want a quick time events. I want Minecraft story mode quick time.
No, I did not say those words. I did not say those words. You're putting words in my mouth.
No, those are my words. Don't worry.
Fair enough. Okay, good.
No, I was not
But
trying
yeah,
to
no.
impose my opinion on what combat should be onto you.
That's fair. I like the original pre 1.9 combat system where it was you kind of spam click, but I mean it was rudimentary. But then again, it's a
But it made
game of
more
blocks.
sense than it made more
Yeah.
sense than what the combat is now.
Yeah. Optimal Minecraft combat was you would hold block with your sword and then just swing like crazy.
Fair.
And they added the offhand and everything changed.
Now you got shields
I know.
I
and
like
What I
the
want
shields
turtles.
personally. Although I wish the shields were different. I don't know
Yeah.
how, but just different.
I was about to ask how, but yeah, no, okay, that's fair, I guess.
I don't know. I understand what he means though. It almost feels ineffective
Yeah,
sometimes.
Hmm.
that's fair. Well, the other thing is too, you can now they've added in a system. If you take an axe and hit the shield with an axe, it counters the shield so that you can't raise up the shield for
Yeah,
like
it like
5
breaks it.
seconds.
Yeah.
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 Also, that's something I'm still
Which
adjusting to is from Java to Bedrock. For Java, you want to use an axe as your main weapon because it does more damage than a sword.
yeah,
And like sweeping edge, it's like cool, but like you don't need it. Not in the other version. Why do you need it in this version?
it's fair. Sweeping edge is effective in like big farms.
That's true.
but I don't really. There's not really a huge use case other than that.
You know what I think would be cool? A Minecraft game on Mars.
Ooh. Well, they have a
Um,
mod for that.
They do have a mod for that.
Yeah.
that was race. Yeah,
Race
race
to
to
the
the
Race to the
Moon.
Moon.
moon. Yeah, race to the moon.
Yeah.
I was in classic
I
tech. Oh
yeah,
man.
I know my classics.
Oh, I
Sick technique.
used to love watching like the old Minecraft YouTubers stream
Oh,
of like
Attack
the
of the B
original
Team.
Tech It. Oh,
Oh
those were the
yes.
Yes.
best.
Man, I might go back
I
and
feel
get
old
Technic
again.
Launcher, honestly.
That's fair. I feel
Forget
old
Curse
again
Forge,
now.
it barely works. I'm gonna go back to Technic Launcher.
Yeah, CurseForge is kind of bad.
Sort of
I'm not
that
a
works.
well. The crazy thing is, it used to be there used to be. I didn't watch streams years and years back. The only reason I ever had Twitch installed was because Curse Forge used to be the Minecraft mod system on Twitch. You used to go
Oh,
in and you used to have to you download the mods on a separate like Twitch page and then go in from there, and that's how you modded Minecraft.
oh, weird.
Of course, saying this is like 4.5. No, this was like 7 years ago. I don't even know what I'm saying. This was a long time ago. But even still, I mean, that was the original Minecraft mods that I remember.
Yeah,
Which
those
that
mod packs,
was.
those are the moments.
Now
Oh
we got
man,
like
boys, I'm gonna be honest. I miss 1.6.4. I still think that was the best Minecraft update at the time.
that is kind of fair. Yeah. 1.6 really, that was like the high of Minecraft.
It was. 1.8 was okay, but everything after 1.8 was just downhill.
I liked 1.9 because 1.9 was the end update too, I believe. 1.9 was okay because they actually added like a new more stuff to the end,
That's true.
which was really nice.
I
That's
And
guess
why
then
it was.
yeah,
I was
that
gonna
was
say
1.9.
that's also why the um part of the mountain, like the new like mountains update, is cool because of the new huge skulk area.
Yeah,
That's true.
I love the deep dark. I just don't like the new caves.
Yeah, I don't like the caves. I like the skulk.
Yeah, you
I think
can't.
the
It's
Warg
not
was.
really like it's not ravines anymore. It's like you go down and then all of a sudden you're in a multi-million block
I know.
expanse that all of a sudden you don't remember where left is.
Mhm.
Get lost so easy in those things. Not to mention, they're just asking for fall damage.
Yep.
Mhm. That's true. It has like the layerings of like you're at Y60 and then all of a sudden it drops to Y negative 10.
I know, you just fall so far. Although I will say, I do think it's cool that you go so far down now. Can you imagine if people like started remaking dropper maps with the new height
Oh,
level?
I would go crazy
Oh
because we
yeah.
have it's another 30. Is it 30 or is it 60 blocks?
I think it's 60 block.
I feel like it's 60 because you go down, I think, now to negative 50. I think it's negative 50.
I can't
That's the
remember.
bottom of the world. Well, even still, going from like the top of the world all the way down to the bottom would be a crazy dropper map.
Oh, I know.
Hundreds of blocks.
That would be fun. When was the last time we even played dropper? I can't remember.
Well, that kind of question always just sort of makes me sad. Just like, how long has it been since I did this thing? Because it's always just like, man,
Yeah,
I
I
know that
know.
I know that if I went back and did that again right now, I would just be bored with it. But I love that so much.
Well, and I mean, I guess part of that is just who's changed. Do y'all remember your first Minecraft world that you were proud of? While we're on the topic of Minecraft.
Um, I remember the first Minecraft world that like wasn't a like a trial world thing.
Right, but that's what I mean.
Yeah. So we got Minecraft for the PS3, um, and I think it was on Christmas, and so we had a bunch of family over, and so we had it was like me and Cyrus and Gabe and Josiah and Seth and Ethan all playing
Wow.
on the same world. Although we had to like switch out and stuff because it was like 4 player max.
Yeah.
You know, split screen can only go so far, but you know.
32 player split screen. Why is
You have
that
like
not
6 pixels.
Yeah.
Imagine doing like Halo like private matches with 32 players all on one screen. I don't think your Xbox can connect that many controllers, but that would be a funny thought.
I don't know if forget Xbox. I don't know if any device could connect that many
That's
items to
true.
it.
I don't know. What about you, Drew? Do you remember the first Minecraft world you were really proud of?
I remember. I can I can envision. Like I know some people. My girlfriend, she can't like visualize in her head. I can visualize every single block that I placed in this world
I
to this
know.
day.
That's me as
I
well.
can see. I can see. I see its beauty. It was.
I
was
can
so
see
proud of it.
everything.
This was. I can. I can see it all. I can see the whole world.
Yeah, I can see the
I,
giant forest that Seth made in front of our house so that we couldn't walk out of the house.
that seems chaotic.
Seth is a little menace. I don't blame him.
He is.
Oh,
For
Except
making a
before he
forest
was
sounds
funny
like
when he was funny when he was a menace, but now it's sort of just sad.
it's just a sad.
Now it's just kind of sad because he's an
Or
adult.
worse, the
and he's
sad
still-
menace.
Oh man, I'm still so mad. I would still have that world. I have the original laptop that world was on. The
Right.
only issue is I was so upset. I think I went and deleted the world because I mean I was in. I remember first day I went and I found a acacia biome, and I went and I hid in this little cave that ended up being the home. And from the cave there was this huge bridge that went and connected. It was in a like a 2 mountains. I was in a valley sort of, a really close valley, and I had this huge tunnel connecting all the way around, and then it went straight up into this huge. I thought it was a dome. It was more like a angled cube. Um, that just kind of I said was a dome to people.
I mean, yeah.
Where like a bunch of the quote unquote equipment was, and like I had a villager or two, and I remember I went mining one day, and my brother came in and started messing with my computer, like while I was in the room.
Oh.
I wasn't in the room. While I wasn't in the room, he started messing with it, and I got back, and I look at the screen, and it was just the "you died in lava" screen.
Oh.
And I mean,
no.
I had everything on me. I mean, diamond. I had every single
that's
thing on me.
annoying.
And I went, and I remember I like actually cried to my mom, and I was like, I want him gone. I want him out of here. I was like, he killed me in my Minecraft. I was like, he killed me in my Minecraft world. And my mom was like, you need to chill. I was like, no, he killed me. I was so upset. I went and deleted the world. I just was so sad. I didn't have any of my stuff, and I didn't feel like grinding for it again.
Bro was playing hardcore and he didn't even know it.
I wasn't even playing hardcore. I just died. It didn't feel like. But I did everything in that world. I must have had that world for a solid year. It was on, I think 1.7, maybe 1.8.
I think
Those
1.8
were
was
the
Acacia,
times.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1.8 would have been. So those are the times.
I
Still hate my
remember-
brother for that.
I remember mine like it was yesterday. It was the old 360 version. Do y'all remember the old tutorial world on that?
I was
Oh,
gonna bring that
I do.
up. I love
There was-
that world.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite thing to do in Minecraft was just explore the tutorial worlds because
It's
they
yeah,
were good.
they were good.
Oh
And they
yeah.
got worse and worse. And now they don't even have them anymore. But I remember the first house I ever made, I was super proud of. It was like a 4x4 of cobblestone, and it had glass all the way around in the middle. And I thought, I remember bragging to my brother about this. I thought I was the coolest guy ever for having slabs as my roof. I was so proud of that. I don't know why I was so happy with it. But I just, the floor was still dirt and ice because I built it over a frozen lake. And you couldn't jump. It was 2 blocks tall.
Mm.
Painful house to think about. And then I just had a mine, and it went all the way down to bedrock, and then it was a straight linear shot so far that my render distance couldn't reach anymore. And I just remember loving that house so much. And looking back at it now, I'm like, I can't believe I was satisfied with this.
Yeah, that's to be fair though. I mean, when you're that young, you're like
Anything
not
you
even
do
conscious
impresses
yet.
you.
Oh, I
Oh
know. I
yeah.
was like 7.
Oh, exactly. I mean, I don't remember 7.
I wasn't 7.
No, I'm saying I don't remember. I went to dinner earlier and they were like, "What'd you do earlier?" And I was like, "I don't know. What do you mean earlier?" And they were like, "What'd you do when you got back like from weightlifting earlier?" And I was like, "I don't know. It was like 5 hours ago."
Earlier does not exist to me. There is no past. There is only a present and future.
It is only the void.
Earlier is not the present. Who's texting me? I'm gonna shut them off. No more person. Okay.
Murdered.
Murdered. Get murdered, idiot.
It's just that meme where it's the dude going, ah!
Oh, that reminds me of the one of. Have y'all seen the bus enforcement cameras that laser the car away?
Oh! Yeah, I've
Ah.
seen that. I know exactly what you're talking about. When are those going to be created? When is that going to be a thing? Get on that, NASA.
Yeah, when are the laser things that'll destroy cars gonna come about? Come on.
Yeah, when am I going to die, NASA? Kill me now!
This is taking it a step further. I don't know if that's NASA. I mean, you could go to Mars, like take off your helmet or something.
Can you imagine?
NASA, you can trust me to be a colonizer of Mars. You can trust me to be a colonizer of Mars. You can trust me to be a colonizer.
We do a little trolling.
You're gonna pull. Oh, who was it? Was it Angus? It was Angus's name in the Magic School Bus who went to space and the idiot took off his helmet and he froze to death.
Froze instantly.
Dude turned to a block of ice. I remember watching that and I was laughing so hard.
It was comical.
that kid
I
was
know
an
it was supposed
idiot.
to be serious, but it was too funny.
The kid was stupid. Oh,
Magic
Those are
School
the
Bus. Man,
times.
we're just on nostalgia road right now, aren't we?
I know.
What
Did
else were
y'all
you
see
guys-
they're trying to make they tried to make a new Magic School Bus and it sucks.
I'm not
Oh,
surprised.
really? They tried to make something old into a new thing and it sucked? Who could
Okay,
have guessed?
Hold on, I
Sadly-
spelled school wrong.
Sadly, remastering old like shows and stuff, and even some games, just hasn't been going well lately.
No, because
Yeah, that's
writers aren't good at their job.
Yeah.
Don't
I think-
don't
this is
don't get
disgusting.
don't get mad at me, people. But your writing sucks. Do better.
Yeah.
It's
I've
kind
been
of
really
unfortunate.
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been really sad with like a bunch of the Marvel movies and stuff recently.
Oh yeah. I haven't even bothered with the new Marvel stuff because it's just been so bad.
I've also been really
Yeah.
sad, but unrelated.
I am also sad.
Just in
There is
general.
no correlation.
To be fair, I mean, it happens. It happens from time to time.
It comes and goes.
I've got depression, but like that's besides the point.
I was gonna ask what the last like piece of Marvel content y'all were happy about was, and I was gonna say the new Spider. I say new in
Yeah,
quotations,
quotes.
the Spider-Verse movie, but I guess that's not
That's-
really.
That
That's
was
more
it's-
Sony.
yeah. That was
It's more
it wasn't
Sony,
Marvel.
but
It was a Sony movie. which is why it was better because it wasn't Marvel.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I did like Loki
I
season 2, but
honestly-
now that it's died down, it's not as good.
That's fair.
I mean, really, just
Loki season 2
anything.
was really great.
I will say anything that has to do with Spider-Man is usually good.
Yeah.
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 Because like
Well,
even the Marvel Spider-Man movies are really good.
That's true. I love
yeah.
okay.
Some
The
of the cartoons
third
have gotten really bad though.
well, the cartoons are 50-50 because those are half owned by Disney too. So it's like 4 separate studios fighting over them.
True.
I will
There's
say the
there's a point
third
where there's a point where joint custody sort of messes things up.
yeah.
That's fair. Why can't we just like have a thing where one company gets one Spider-Man and another company gets another?
Because it's not like the person is Spider-Man, it's the Spider-Man character himself is property.
That doesn't sound like my problem.
My bad. Fair enough.
I
Okay.
don't remember that. I don't remember asking that.
That's I'm sorry.
Not my question, Drew.
Okay. Fair enough.
No, I get why it wouldn't work, but at the same time, I
Yeah.
think it'd be, you know, Sony and
Better.
But it's
Marvel
wrong
just keep
that it doesn't
crying. It's
work.
like Spider-Man's ours, and then the other one's like, no, it's ours. Like neither of them are handling it necessarily great. Marvel, I'd say, is
And
probably
then I'm
doing,
just over here like, no, he's mine, and you can't touch him.
and that's where that okay. Who do you think handles Spider-Man better, Sony or Marvel?
Definitely Sony. He was originally a Sony character. Well,
That
sort
is
of.
true.
Yeah.
I do
Sony
agree
was
with you.
better.
I think Sony does handle it a lot more. I just don't like Sony's designs as much.
That's
That's
true.
fair.
Well, then again, Marvel is just kind of better at doing like suit design,
That's
just
true.
in general.
Have y'all seen Spider-Man 2 Endgame Miles Morales suit?
What?
What?
It looks at the end of the Spider-Man 2 game that came out last year. It was like top 5 in Game Awards.
Oh.
Miles Morales had
Right,
a
yeah.
new Spider-Man suit at the end of that game.
Oh, you showed me that one, I think.
It looks awful. If you haven't
I think
seen
you
it yet,
showed me
look it
that.
up because it's actually an eyesore to look at.
Let's see.
I can kind of get what they were going for, but it doesn't work.
Doesn't work. No.
Just doesn't.
That's why I will say the third Tom Holland Spider-Man. I thought I really they were doing a lot of fan service, which I get. I mean, they're
Oh
bringing
no,
in
yeah, that's I
It's really bad.
it, it
it's
really
bad.
just looks like no.
Yeah. I like that the third Spider-Man was I mean, they were doing fan service, but they brought in a bunch of like the original like Alfred Molina
The
for
original
Doc Ock.
actors, yeah.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a good idea.
and in the ending scene where he actually goes and creates a better spider suit, like
Mhm.
that, it was like what parts of the original 2 from
Yeah.
that was really good. That was
I know. I hardly remember what the new Tom Holland suit looks like. But I know it was fire.
it was
Oh, yeah.
quite good. I
I'll have
liked
to
it.
go back and look. Okay, speaking of Spider-Man, we're all over the place tonight. What else is new? I want to know if Miles Morales came to the MCU, what would y'all's opinion on that be? Because I've talked about this before. I really want Miles in the MCU.
I
And I
That's
mean,
a tough one.
it's not impossible that it would happen because we know Aaron Davis or is it Aaron Davis? Yeah, Aaron Davis is
Yeah.
in the MCU because he was buying weapons in the first Tom Holland movie.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though, is that sort of in the same way with the Miles Morales suit in like the Spider-Man 2 game, I feel like the way that they would do Miles Morales, just like, hey, I'm black and that is my only character trait. I feel like might just make it bad.
I hope that doesn't happen.
But like they always do that, and it's so annoying because like
Well, that's not
my
necessarily
brother
true
in
because we
Christ.
have who's the Sam whatever the Falcon guy who became the new Captain
Oh.
America. Then we have Nick Fury. So I mean,
And then they had the show about him where the entire plot of the show is I am black.
oh, is that what? I
That's
actually haven't seen the
Yeah.
show, so
I
That
the
was pretty much
show.
the entire show.
That show sucked. That was so bad.
It was
I hated
so
that one.
bad.
But
How
yeah, that
peculiar.
was it kind of was just as much as it was like a transferring of being Captain America, it was a lot of also, hey, look at this. I'm the new guy, you know. I don't know. A lot of the Marvel shows just suck.
Yeah.
well,
But
speaking of Marvels, have y'all seen the Marvels movie?
no, not
Nope.
yet.
That's fair. I've
Not
talked
ever.
a little bit about the ending to you, Drew.
Mhm.
I feel like they're grasping at straws now.
See, the thing is, what you brought up, I thought that entire universe was done for. I thought that they did their last movie and called it quits.
Yeah, same. I thought they did that too, but I
Because
guess not.
they had announced it and they had said, this is done. We're not doing this. But,
Spoiler alert for the 4 people that care.
Yeah.
The X-Men are probably going to come back because we saw Beast at the end of the Marvels.
Yeah. I didn't want to, like, just drop that right in there, but yeah.
I'll do it. I
that's
don't
basically
care.
what it was.
Movie's been out for
Fair
a few
enough.
months.
That's fair. You've had time to see it.
You've had time. And I mean, you're not
You've had
really going to
time.
go watch it because the Marvels was mid. It was
Bad.
good. I liked it, but it wasn't good. You know, like compared to other Marvel stuff, it was you know,
Yeah.
if Endgame is a 10 and the Marvels is at least just like a 5.
Yeah, I would see. Yeah, that works.
There is
That would
worse,
check out.
but there is definitely better.
There is worse, but yeah, I get that. I feel like because what was the last? Oh, it was the new. Oh, it was New Mutants was the last one that I thought they had said that in the X-Men universe that was that was done.
Well, they did the Logan movie after that though.
I thought Logan was before that. Yeah, Logan was 2017.
Oh my goodness, dude! I feel so. When was
New
New
Mutants 2020.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I feel so old too. Oh, it hit.
Oh,
Oh,
I like
I'm
that.
gonna start rolling on the ground.
Me too. But
Oh,
oh man, I have a title for
feel
this
immense
podcast episode.
pain.
Pain.
Also, looking back on childhood.
Nostalgia hit us harder than a rocket ship.
Remembering
Speaking
that
of
our childhood
rockets.
is gonna be the best time ever, and we're never gonna get it back.
I know. It will never be back the same way it was. I remember thinking that ASDF movie was so cool and looking every single hour of the day for Subnautica updates. I can't do that anymore.
That is
Speaking
fair.
of Subnautica updates,
3rd game. I'm
Subnautica
excited.
3.
I know,
Yeah.
I'm hype.
Is
I'm hype.
there?
There sure is.
Really?
Yep.
I'm excited for it.
I have not played either of the first 2 games, but I was really I've thought about buying them. And I mean, I've watched playthroughs of the first one and a little bit of the second.
Drew, I know your birthday is sometime in August. I've got plans.
Plans?
I've got plans.
I've got plans that I cannot share with you.
Can't share with them.
Because they haters.
Haters will come for me. Oh man.
We might want to get checked. I think we have brain damage.
I know we have brain damage.
I don't. Yeah, it's definitely not a think. It's definitely a no.
Yeah, that's just
fair.
that's just knowledge at this point. We can call it a
Okay,
bit early.
point.
I mean, it's 8 y'all's time. I gotta let y'all go so y'all don't get.
No, it's 7. Oh wait, well no,
No.
I'm in the same time zone as you.
Oh, you are in the same time
Mm.
zone. Well, Drew isn't.
Yeah, yeah. Drew
Yeah, it's
isn't
8.
though. Yeah.
It's 8 for him.
Guys,
I
I'm an
forgot.
hour ahead of you.
He is.
Guys, I'm in the future. I time traveled. I did
I
it.
was-
JD, I did it. I made the time machine.
He did it.
I did it. We did exactly what we specifically said that we were never going to do because it would break the fabric of reality
We
itself.
did it. We did it. We broke the fabric of reality.
I found that so we were in public speaking the other day. We were sitting there, we were talking, and they were like, "What if you could go back in time to one point in history and change it? What would you do?" And I looked straight. I just turned my head slowly towards Cade, and he just slowly turned his head towards me because we immediately started thinking about to that like 2.5 hour plus conversation that we had in the dorm room that one time of
And I looked at
changing
him,
history
he
it
looked
has
at
never
me.
been good.
Nope.
So,
Not a good track record.
nuh-uh. Not in movies, never.
If I were to go back in time and like change one thing, it would be to go back in time and slap myself in the face before I make a time machine.
Exactly.
Would I doom everything?
But then
yeah,
you wouldn't. But then you wouldn't make a. But then you would realize that that means that you shouldn't make a time machine, and then you wouldn't make the time machine, and then you wouldn't slap yourself in the face, and then that would mean that you didn't slap yourself in the face, which means that you would build a time machine. But then if you did build a time machine, then you would go back in the time and slap yourself in the face. But then if you did that, then you would think when you
Just
get slapped in the
slapping myself
face,
in the face
that you
over and over. Time
Well, that's
yo-yo.
that's under the concept that like then we're talking in like multiversal laws, because then in that case your current reality is the set reality of that timeline. Like if you hadn't gone back in a separate way, if you hadn't gone back, then I mean time travel still, but if you did go back, then that's your reality. And also like you didn't make the time machine, you can't in the past make the time machine because you told yourself not to. It's paradoxical. It's funny.
Now,
yeah,
this is a
that's
NASA
why I
conversation.
think that's why I think time travel is such a dumb thing, because it's just like, man, first of all, there's no way that this can actually work. Like it's just
Yeah.
I'm going to say it now because I know that I'm going to be dead before it is even plausible for it to happen. But like it's not going to happen.
Actually,
That's
not to hit you with the actually,
well,
but time travel were to exist, then that would mean that Adam and Eve can time travel. Because all it takes, one dude to go back. Gotta exist once.
Yep, and just bring them
have y'all seen
on
the
board.
memes? Have y'all seen the memes of like it's the guy and it's the POV of a frog. He's like me turning into a frog and going back to the Garden
Oh
of Eden
yes,
so I could see
you're
God.
not supposed to be here.
He opens the lighter. Or it's what's that Terminator? It's a I think it's a fake Terminator, like RoboCop clip of
Oh yes, I know.
RoboCop going
Yeah,
back and he shoots
but he's
punches
going to
Pilot.
kill you.
And Jesus
Or
keeps like
not
reviving him
Pilot,
as
but
like
Judas. Yeah.
Judas.
But
That's
he's
right.
going
That's
to
right.
kill you. Yes, I know.
That's the point. I have to die for the sins of the world.
I've seen that, yeah.
That's a good one too.
That's a
that-
classic.
See, my thing is too though, right? For if we're all under the same impression of time travel is off the table. It should not happen.
Yes.
Because every movie that's
Yeah.
like time travel exists is like also this multiversal being is going to kill you because you created a time machine. You're messing with the fabric of reality and the
Just
laws of
don't do
nature
it.
itself. Exactly. But my thing is too though, I was thinking conceptually, if you, right, for teleportation to exist, if you first create time travel, you then can put an entity anywhere throughout time. I feel like you would need time travel for teleportation, because then once you get time travel down, teleportation is just moving it in that same time in a different space.
Right. And here's another thing too, which a lot of people don't consider, is if I were to just time travel in my house right now, just boom, time travel. Where would I go? Would I just appear in the same spot, like same coordinates in the world? Because if that's the case, then I'd be buried underground because I'm in a basement right now. So I would have to like, be careful about that. I'd have to somehow know what the area around me was like 1,000 years ago.
Exactly, but that's the other thing because then without having because if you can for teleportation to work, you would need that knowledge of what was there, what is there, what was there at this point in time if I want to be there.
Right. Can you imagine overlapping matter like that though? Like, what would that actually do?
I've genuinely thought about that. Like oh, who is it? It's not
It's Star Trek that's done it something like that.
I
Teleporting.
was well, I was thinking about what's his name from X-Men who can teleport?
Oh,
Night something,
I have
right?
no idea.
I don't know. You know who I'm talking about
Nightcrawler?
though. Nightcrawler, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Nightcrawler. I've
The
always
blue
thought
guy.
he can teleport. There's also a movie called Jumper. It's a kind of sucky movie, and it also stars uh, Luke in Star Wars series. Anyways, off topic. But my thought is, if the concepts are the same for those two, the movie says that if you have seen been or seen a place before, like in a photo, you can teleport. You can jump there. But anywhere you haven't been, you don't know what that place is like, meaning you can't go there. What if you're like, I want to go to New York for my favorite like sandwich. I want to go to a sandwich place in New York, and you teleport to a place you've been to in New York, but a person is standing in that exact position. Do you phase into the person and like matter merges, because then in that case you create a singularity and also a black hole and everything dies. So
Right. Well, I guess it depends on the
So that might
teleportation,
be
right?
off the table.
yeah.
Because are we talking like my molecules would disappear and then instantly reappear somewhere else, or is it like my molecules would like permeate through objects and appear at like super
That's
high
true.
speeds? Because if it's high speeds, I feel like I would just end up puncturing many holes into the person.
That's yeah, okay. I can actually see that. That's fair. Well, actually that makes sense in the movie now because they created rifts that their actual physical bodies moved through. So actually that huh.
Yeah, it's thoughts like
That solves a lot of problems.
And
Actually.
that's always something I thought about too. In like shows and stuff where like characters can teleport. It's odd to me that they don't just like, I don't know, teleport their arm through their enemy, right? Because I feel like that would be pretty effective.
Uh-huh.
So
There's a really good video. I don't know if y'all know Tom Scott. He actually just said that he was slowing
he's
down on YouTube,
retiring.
which is sad.
Yeah.
I know, I was so upset.
Thanks
He
for
created a
trending
video.
that.
I know. He created a video a while back that was just congrats, you discovered teleportation. And it was like if you yourself, your physical body can teleport, just you, like you don't need a device. You need to make sure, I mean, if your body is like slightly angled the wrong way on the curvature of the earth, all of a sudden things stop working and just everything is broken.
Yep.
It was such an interesting video to watch. But it brings up the thought of like, what if I do fuse in to another human when I'm teleporting? Or it's interesting. He's an interesting
It's
guy.
bizarre. Well, those are interesting thoughts, I gotta say.
That's why I don't ask questions about anything ever, and I just sit here and not think.
I think not thinking does a lot more good for us than thinking does.
Exactly. Because we've gone back to paradoxicals.
We were
Which-
talking about NASA and then Minecraft, and now the theoretics of teleportation.
This is
As
an
this
average
podca-
dorm room conversation.
This is an average
Yep.
Words of Wisdom podcast episode. Speaking of,
So
we're
true.
going to go ahead and wrap up. Thank y'all so much for watching, and we're back, hopefully, officially. Thank you, E. Well, boys, do we have any words of wisdom for the lovers at home?
Don't make a time machine.
Time machine.
Don't make a time machine. If you figure out teleportation, hit me up.
That
But-
one's okay.
That one's fine.
Teleportation is fine as long as you're not like, teleporting bears to like middle of New York or something. But
No, that's
or
pretty
whales,
funny.
that'd
That's
be
a good
really
use.
funny. Honestly, actually, if you teleport like a beluga whale to middle of New York and start crushing buildings, that would be really funny. So if you do that, like, find my email, find my number,
Follow him on
any
Instagram.
sort of
Find
way.
me.
Find me in any sort of way. Hit me up and be like, look, I have a teleporter, and I'm gonna
I
be
will
like,
be in the
dope. Let's.
streets.
I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna say, dope. Let's teleport some whales to like important places in the world.
Missouri.
Just
I
important
said important.
places.
I think landline
Yeah,
would be funny too,
I-
though.
Imagine you teleport
Just-
like a whale to middle of Missouri, just like Ohio. There's no water for miles. It's just in the middle of Ohio.
That's what I'm just like. Someone's walking like on a hiking trail and they see like a beluga whale, like just off the trail. What in the world?
A beluga whale spawns in. It just appears there. It's not like
Just appears.
it's not like you turn around. It's just there. Yeah. So time machine. Don't do it. Teleportation. Find me some sort of way. Not with teleportation. That'd be creepy.
And if you ever do want to get close to time travel, pull out your old 360 and play Minecraft.
Exactly.
Thank y'all so much for watching. We will catch you all next time. Bye.
Bye.